Hello everyone, this is Future Yop. Yes, from the future. About 15 minutes in the future when I realised I told you to spec might. And watch this. Oh my god, precision! Yep, that's right. Spec precision guys, my bad. I told you to spec might. Uh, spec precision. Okay, thanks guys. What's up guys? The Rage update! I've just finished my Shazam review and the Rage update, it's on the test server and it's so overpowered. You guys know I do PvP more than PvE. Uh, the damage is shot up in PvP, but I'm not going to give you my loadout and my rotation for PvP because then you'll be OP. I'm going to give you my rotation and loadout for PvE because I do quite a bit of damage in PvE at the minute. And with this update, it's shot up. Alright, so at the minute I'm wearing... I just went to the Amazon place. Themyscira Battle something. I don't know. Where Wonder Woman stood. And I've just brought the gear. It's all 99. It's all modded with 6 expert. So I have... 7k might. I'm fully might based. Prefab might and power, and might and health. Alright? Now, the maximum might for people who are high CR, fully might based, is 8,000 something. So for you people who are CR 113, 112, 114, it's going to be slightly more than what the one I've got. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself some cola, just to buff it up a bit, because this is, it's not the top gear. There we go. This is only, you can see I'm CR 106 there. That's mainly because I have prefabs. I don't have proper mods because I just brought them with marks. But I have the stats of someone who is a high combat rating. There we go, 8,000 might. That's pretty much, that's pretty much maximum might. All right, let's have a look at the loadout. In Anger Tree, you want to get Relentless Anger and Galing Eruption. In the Punish tree, you want to go down to Plasma, Spew, and Bloodlust. In Iconics, get the Robot Sidekick because he's cute, and get the 2 weapons. Alright. What is the awesome mechanic for Rage? The main awesome mechanic is, let me go to Punish tree, Dreadful Blast here. You see Savage State. Dreadful Blast is the one where you go pew, and then you hold down range and it goes pew, pew. If you do the pew pew after, so you do the full rage combo with Dreadful Blast, you put yourself in something called Savage State. Okay? And as you can see, it says here, well, the damage roll, hold range after dinner, puts you in Savage State. Rage combo, Dreadful Explosion, continue to attack, which is what I just said, causes increased damage while in Savage State. And that increased damage, they don't lie. You hit through the roof, right? When in Savage State. It's so that they've made this power overpowered. If they change this before it comes out, fair enough. If they don't, everyone's going to change the rage, and then they'll nerf it and everyone will change back because that's how they get their money. But luckily I'm rage anyway. Now, how do we, because this state doesn't last very long. It comes and it goes within seconds. So how do you keep it up? Well, Plasma Wretch here and some other powers, it extends the duration of Savage State. Awesome. Bloodlust here extends the duration of Savage State. Galing Eruption extends the duration of Savage State. This does not. Relentless Anger, it does nothing, so I always clip it with Bloodlust because it extends it. And Dreadful Blast does extend itself but also gives you Savage State. So the loadout is fairly simple. Relentless Anger, Bloodlust, reboot sidekick. I'm going to get rid of the sidekick for this though, because he just gets in the way. The Bloodlust, the Plasma Spew, the Dreadful Blast, and the Galing Eruption. Right. Now the rotation. Actually, no. Let me first show you the damage of Dreadful Blast without the Savage State. Okay, so watch very closely the numbers on the sparring target. 2k. I suck. Okay, 2k. This is why... Okay, sure. 1k, 1.6, that critted, so let's ignore that. 1.4, 2k, 5k. Okay, let me show you that again. Okay, I'm going to do it without Savage State. 1,800, 2k. Let's wait for Savage State to go. 1,4,800, 2k. Let's do that again. 1,4,700, 2k. Now let's do it with Savage State. Okay, so let's put ourselves in Savage State. Let's extend it. Let's do it again. Boom. You can't really see that because of the dots. Let me show you on this. Okay, I'll start on this guy. Put myself in Savage State. Extend it, then I'll do it on this guy. So 1, 2, 2k, 12k. 12 friggin' k. 12k, as opposed to 2k before, it just hit 12k. How stupid is that? But who cares? I'm Rage, I'm not going to complain. How do you know you're in Savage State? Well, see that aura in my head, that Savage State? Look how fast it goes, it's gone. Okay, let's do it again. This is what it hits before. Okay, that crit for 3.7 then. Okay, so 800, 2k. Alright, let's put this out. Extend it. 2k, 2k. 12k. Enough said. I'm gonna. This is dumb. But look, 12k. It hits 2k normally, then hits 12. That's 10 more thousand words. Do you even? So you know what the hell's going on? SOE. Rage is fully might based. Don't forget that. Okay. Now, just to run over the mods, I think I already did this. Blast Adapter, White Socket, Prefab. No, not Prefab. Might and Power. Escalating Might, obviously. Berserker with Might. Might and Health with Core Strength. Might and Health. Might with Deadly Block. Might, max damage, obviously. This is fairly obvious. Might and Power, and then do it. This is just for the people who don't know. And always dual wield. I hate the people who don't use dual wield because it's the best. It is the best. Shut up. It's the best. All right. Plus, because the Savage State goes away so quick, you need a fast weapon like dual wield, so you can clip it with a power to extend the duration before it disappears. Okay. So any other like hand blasters, you can't use this. All right. Maybe if you want to use two-handed, go bear because it's fast as well. Do that. You know, I don't mind. But from the start, I go like that. Okay. Because don't forget the normal rage mechanic, right? With the plasma burn. Now, of course, number 6 here, Galing Eruption, does the plasma burn, which I clip with Relentless Anger and Bloodlust. Relentless Anger does... Look, if I just tap him normally, just see, meh. If I use Relentless Anger and tap, you can see some might ticks as well. It's just an extra dot. Yeah, it's just an extra dot. Bloodlust increases the damage of all the team. Simple. Robot Sidekick, you all know what he does. He just shoots stuff. Now the Plasma Wretch, yeah, it's called Plasma Wretch, right? Just dots, and also burns them with Plasma Burn. Galing Eruption does the Plasma Burn, and of course, you know why we use this, because it's OP. Alright? So, the rotation, if nothing's on cooldown, Start off with 6, clip 1, 2. Okay? 6, clip 1, 2. That'll give you the Relentless Anger dots, the Galing Eruption dots, and the Bloodlust for the increased damage. Then, you want to go straight into getting that Savage State with Dreadful Blast. Okay? I'm in Savage State now. Now we need to keep Savage State there for when we next want to use the Plasma Blast thing. I don't know what it's called. Shut up. So we clip it with number 4. And we jump clip number 4. Because we do number 4 normally. We don't want to stand there doing that animation. Do we? No, we want to do that. We want to clip it so we can carry on. So we jump clip it. Okay, so 6, 1, 2. In the Weapon Mastery, so you go into Savage State. Clip it with that. Go straight in for it again. This time it should hit hard. So hit it on this guy. Bam. Alright, I missed it. I was too slow. Alright? Okay, there we go. 10k. So if you do it quick, the Savage State stays on your head for just enough time. So you need to be quick at clipping to do this, but it does the most damage. Let's do that again. 6, 1, 2. Put ourselves in that Savage State. Clip number 4, go straight in for the Savage State again. Bam! 7.3k. Alright? And then you rinse and repeat. So I'll show you it a bit longer. Bam, bam, bada bam, bada bing, bada boom. Just do that again. This time I clip it with that, and we ran out of power. But then you go straight back to number 5 again. You know, your damage comes from this. All right, that's where your damage comes from. So that's your main. Your main focus. But it's a simple rotation. I mean, it's the same over and over. Let's try. Let's mix it up a bit. Let's try and hit both the targets. All right. I see. I missed the. I missed the Galing Eruption then. So, yeah. I'm not the best person to show you the rotation, but you get the picture. If you need to clip very, very quick, there's no room for mistake. If you can't clip quick, you need to change the weapon to something quicker, alright? Because the Savage State goes away so quickly. If you do mess it up or get stunned by an ad, you've got to start over. And it really messes you up. So if you fancy using a quicker weapon, go ahead. Because it might help. Alright guys, that is going to conclude the tutorial for today. It's a pretty simple rotation, you know, 6, 1, 2, I'll just go over again, bam, 5, clip into 4, then go 5 into 4, then go 5 into 6, 1, 2. And then keep repeating that, and you can see the might dots, you know, are even good. And because the Savage State doesn't last very long, and the Weapon Mastery on dual wield, as it is short, and it is quick enough to keep Savage State alive. You do have to be quick, but if you're not quite as quick and you seem to be failing quite a lot while on the sparring targets, yeah, I switched to staff because you can see how much quicker it is. You know, it's really fast. Alright, it's really quick. Yeah, look how quick that was. So yeah, I hope that helped, guys. I sure hope it did, because it's awesome. As I said, they're most likely going to bring it out being OP. Everyone's going to change to it. No one's going to be able to do PvE because everyone's going to be Rage. Uh, I'm being called a noob on the server chat. Thank you. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sure it helped, and I will see you in whatever the next video is I make. Right, see you later.